I got used to putting that pressure on myself for so many years. Now that I have graduated and now that I'm doing the things that I want to do, I realized that the reason why I put so much pressure on myself for so many years was because I wanted to seek my family's approval. It's an epiphany because it's like I always wanted to make sure that I fulfill their expectations and I wanted them to be proud of me instead of me focusing on my happiness. Now that I see that shit, it's me accepting my life now. You see, some of my family members don't accept my lifestyle. They don't understand or they don't like what I do. You know, for many years, I had to look like a girly girl and I had to act like it, and I couldn't curse. I couldn't dress like this. I couldn't dress like this, bro. Like, if this back in the day was like,
oh, you're bummy as hell.
I couldn't act like myself because it was not mature enough or it wasn't right. It wasn't ladylike. I couldn't accept me for who I was because they couldn't accept me. But now that I accept me for who I am, who the fuck cares what they think about me? Dude, came to me the fact that I honestly did this to myself for trying to make other people happy. That's not right, bro. Like, that's not right. It's not right to try to make other people happy because, see, if I would want to make other people happy, I will be shaking my ass in camera. Like, I know not everybody wants to see me shake my, hey, shut up. But if I were to do that, then I would be doing what other people would want me to do. And the same thing with my family. For so many years, I did what they wanted me to do. And in return, that shit put a lot of pressure on me because anything that I did was never enough. After I separated myself from them, I took control of my life. That's what happens when you start prioritizing yourself. I started prioritizing myself, so some people didn't like it. Whose life is it? Is it my life or theirs? And from here on, I can only control myself. I can't control what they're gonna do. I can't control what they're gonna say. I can't control what is it that they want from me, right? I can't control their opinions, their comments. I can't control if they like me or not. But I can control if I love myself. I can control my attitude, the outcome. In MMA, you cannot control your opponent, but you can always control yourself, no matter what. And I have no shame to say that I am working on myself, that I'm selfish in a good way, and it's selfish in a way where I put my mental health first, and I'm not stepping on anybody. But at the same time, I'm gonna hurt somebody no matter what. But as long as I don't hurt myself intentionally or unintentionally, like putting pressure on myself is hurting me unintentionally because it's unconscious. But I don't have to continue to hurt myself. So on a serious note though, I am so good at putting pressure on myself. And the type of pressure that I'm talking about is the pressure where I put so much expectations on the things that I should be doing as opposed to really focusing on like what I have. Now that I graduated, that's another thing that oh shit, I almost fell. In case you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, I graduated. Yes. Yes. I'm so glad, bro. Finally, that's something off my shoulders. And that was the pressure. I put a lot of fucking pressure on myself for graduating. You know what else? There is that part of my family that I have allowed them to put pressure on me. But think about it, this is something that I do to myself, that I'm learning to manage. Once I recognize it, I'm able to control it. See, when I talk to some of my family members, they always have something to say. You know, they were not here from the beginning, and yet there's always that one question, like, what are you gonna do with your life? I don't have to explain myself to nobody, which I realized. And at the same time, if you were here from the very beginning, you will know. The point of this is that even with the pressure that they try to put on me, it doesn't mean I'm gonna quit. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna crumble up in a little cocoon. I mean, I'm already in my cocoon right now, but I'm not gonna just stop my life and stop what I'm doing. This is how I see it when it comes to my training, right? Because I'm good at putting that pressure on somebody. When they put that pressure on me, honestly, guys, like my mom, you know, she's good at putting the pressure on me. Like, she's good at putting those expectations on me about the things in my life and how I should be living my life. And she does it unconsciously. That's just who she is. That's just what she does. The thing about it is that for many years, I grew up trying to fulfill her expectations. But now that I have established who I am, I'm able to see that as, okay, that's what she thinks. I respect that. But now that's not what I think. And what I'm gonna do with my life is completely different, and it's up to me to decide. I've gotten to realize that over the years of me training and then putting myself first. I honestly always did things based on what my parents wanted me to do. And that's messed up, because that's why I was always mad and I was always like resentful. But now it's like, okay, I'm doing things that I wanna do. Thank goodness I'm able to live happily. If I want to go out on a weekend, I can. If I just want to stay home every day and not do absolutely anything, if I decide to train over going out, anything, I can. I always wanted to fulfill people's expectations of me. And you know what that does, bro? You know what that does? Son, you know what that does? This is what it does. Like,
I don't want to do anything.
You know what? I didn't think about me. No, I shouldn't be doing.
So is it a physical warm-up thing? Or to the point where you get so tired that you stop thinking, overthinking, and then that's when you move better? Or
yeah, mostly that.
Or once we get into the flow of training, whatever is on your mind outside of here fades away because now you're too exhausted to think about it.
That with the mixture of, it just takes me a little long to get like in the zone.
Why is that?
I think too much, and then
What are you thinking about?
like the fight, the like the nerves, also pressure.
You said that on Tuesday during your rounds. So what's this pressure?
Just me making sure that I do what I said I'm doing.